Castro, Urban Gardening Mom. So today I'm going to talk about neem oil. Neem oil is my favorite bio-pesticide. I use it all the time. And well, the thing with neem oil is that you can use it on your plants without destroying or without harming beneficial insects or beneficial creatures in the environment. So what it does is it actually works internally in the organs of the insect or the pest, because when it consumes any part of the plant that has been sprayed with neem oil solution, the insect, its appetite, it will lose its appetite, it will lose its drive for reproductive, to reproduce, and eventually it will die. So the thing that works in neem oil is because of that substance called azadirachtin. No? That is a very powerful active substance, and it's found only if you use a good quality neem oil. So that's why I always advise, if you buy neem oil, use cold-pressed neem oil, because cold-pressed neem oil preserves the azadirachtin. That is the major component that makes it a good biopesticide. Another variant of neem oil that you usually find they're selling in the market today, and this is the cheaper type of neem oil, and this is what you call the clarified hydrophobic extraction of neem oil. It's actually still neem oil, but what they did is they extracted the azadirachtin component. So what remains is just the oil and some fungicidal properties and maybe pesticidal properties, but it does not. It's not as powerful as the cold-pressed neem oil, because the cold-pressed neem oil can control up more than 200 types of insects, whereas the other type of the other variant of neem oil, they can only control limited number of insects or pests, particularly the common ones. Okay, so it's not really useless because it still has its value, but its pesticidal qualities are very limited. It still has fungicidal properties, and it can still make your plants shine. Well, that's the nice quality with the oil property of this neem oil. Whether you use the cold press or you use the cheaper variant, they can make your plants shine. And when you spray it, it looks so shiny and healthy the following day. So if you are after a good quality neem oil that really works to prevent pests from harming your plants, I would suggest you go for cold-pressed neem oil that has a high level of azadirachtin content. Okay, if you're just you just want your plant to be shiny and maybe with some fungicidal and a limited pesticidal effect on your plants, then you go for the other variant. Later on, I will demonstrate how to use neem oil and how to what is the most effective way of using it for your plants. Okay, so when using neem oil, I suggest you take the necessary precaution. Some people may be sensitive to any type of substance, oil-based substance. So I suggest you use gloves. If you suspect that you're pregnant, I suggest don't use it or be exposed to neem oil. Although it hasn't been proven whether it has effects on pregnant women, but better to be sure, right? So, so in handling any type of garden substance, make take the necessary precaution. Okay, so what do we need here? We need water, a spray bottle. Okay. We need, of course, our cold-pressed neem oil here. Okay. This is 100 ml. 100 ml can produce 10 to 20 liters of neem spray. So it's very, very economical. Cold-pressed neem oil is relatively more expensive than the cheaper variants that you find online, but in the long run, it's actually more economical because you will produce more and it has more effect or better effect. Now you will need a surfactant, or what you call this substance or soap that will allow you to mix neem oil in water. Okay, I am using Castile soap. I prefer Castile soap because Castile soap also has insecticidal properties, and it's organic and very mild on your plants. So you can even use Castile soap on your face. So Castile soap, but if you don't have Castile soap, you can use any mild, preferably organic soap, liquid soap, or you can use a few drops of dishwashing liquid. So for me, I prefer not to use dishwashing liquid if I have other alternatives. But if you don't have any alternatives, then you can use dishwashing liquids, but control it, like just a few drops, because it's very, very powerful. Okay, it might hurt, harm your plants. Now, so what do you do? First is some people, they use neem oil first before the Castile soap or the mild soap. Well, for me, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so for this is a 250 ml. So typically the formula is for every liter you can add 1 to 2 teaspoon of neem oil. This is a half teaspoon, so this is 250 ml. I will use about half teaspoon of Castile soap and half teaspoon of neem oil. So this is my, now if your plant is heavily infested, you can add more, maybe another half teaspoon. Okay, and then for maintenance you can reduce. So now you shake it. Okay. So the thing with if you use cold-pressed neem oil, the smell of cold-pressed neem oil is very, very strong. Garlicky smell. Some people find it a bit repulsive, but it doesn't really last. The smell doesn't really linger. So once it's mixed with water, as you can see, the neem oil component is mixed evenly. So shake it well. Okay, like that, until you don't find any more the residues. There. It's okay to have bubbles because that's exactly what breaks the oil. Okay, so that's it. So let me get my plant here. This is our pepper plant. Now you just spray it. So I suggest also you invest in a good quality spray. a mist, the one that releases mists, misting spray. So it's evenly spread out, and also at the bottom. Now, if you can see that the leaves of your plants, the undersides are infested, you can rub it a little, okay, gently, using your fingers. So you can rub it very gently, to like washing away the eggs or the larvae that have stuck themselves under the leaves of your plants. Okay, so some people, they just spray it from afar. So I would suggest that you really spray it closely and spray generously. And what's the schedule? So you when you spray neem oil or any type of substance on your plant, or pesticide, whether organic or inorganic, you schedule it either early in the morning or late in the afternoon. So why is that important? One is you don't want to harm the beneficial, the bees and other insects that are harmless. So you want to still preserve the ecosystem, and you don't want to harm them. And second is that because of the oil component of neem oil, some plants, once they get exposed to neem oil and the heat of the sunlight, they tend to react adversely. Also a tip, before spraying, I would suggest that you try if you suspect that your plants are sensitive to any type of substance, especially the indoor plants, or if you have imported plants, try it first on a small portion, because some plants are sensitive to oil-based spray. So it's better, it's a good practice before spraying anything, whether it's neem oil or any type of substance, to test it on a leaf or a small leaf. This one, I tested neem oil on pepper a lot of times, and it works most of the time. Okay, so that's how you use neem oil. Now, after if your plant is heavily infested, I suggest that you repeat the application after 2 to 3 days. So until you see that the pests are controlled. Okay, it's neem oil, as I said, a good quality cold-pressed neem oil that has a high level of azadirachtin can prevent and control up to 200 or even more types of pests or insects, but it doesn't work instantly, or it doesn't kill the insect immediately. What it does is it works through its internal organs. Okay, that is if you have a good quality neem oil. Okay, now also as a another word of caution, if you want to use neem oil on your pets, or if you want to use it on say with the children around you, I suggest that you use it with caution. If for pets, neem oil is generally safe, but it has been known to cause shivering in dogs and cats. So, but this is a temporary effect of the neem oil. I suggest before you use it on your pets or on your skin, maybe consult a doctor or consult your vet for your pets. And you don't know if you have allergies, so wear gloves or wear some clothing that will protect you if you suspect that you have allergies in any oil-based substance. Okay. Now another thing that I have to remind you also is that neem oil is biodegradable. Okay. So if you spray it, let's say if you spray it on plants, so after 2 to 3 days, it gets washed out of the system. So so you don't have to worry about neem oil or residues or accumulation of the residues in your plants or in the soil, because in 2 to 3 days it totally breaks down. And that is why I do not recommend that you buy ready-to-use mixed neem oil sprays. And the reason for that is obvious. Since neem oil is biodegradable, after 2 days, if you use those sprays that you buy online and they say it's neem oil spray, it doesn't, the neem oil component of that is totally disintegrated once it's mixed with another substance like water. So what is left is just the oil that will make your plant shiny, but it has totally no pesticidal qualities at all, or I'm not even sure if it has fungicidal properties left because by the time it reaches you. So I would suggest you buy the pure neem oil, whether you use the cold press or the other variant, which has limited pesticidal properties, but still effective for controlling fungal infections. But then it's a good investment. You invest in a good quality neem oil that will last longer. The effects will be better, and you don't have to spray or to mix a lot, to use a lot of the oil, because as I demonstrated, one half teaspoon for every 250 or even less, no, if you're just using it for maintenance, will already make wonders for your plants. So it's very, very economical. So this 100 ml, if you're using a good quality neem oil, will give you at least 10 or even 20 liters of neem oil spray that you can use probably for maybe a month or two. No, if you do it regularly, then you can consume this in 2 to 3 months. Okay, so that's it. So again, when using neem oil, take the necessary precaution. It's generally safe with pets and small children, but of course this is not meant to be ingested, so keep it out of reach of small children. If you want to use it on your skin, you consult a doctor. If you want to use it on your pets, consult a vet. Okay, and I suggest you get the best quality, only the best quality, which you can get when you buy cold-pressed neem. Happy gardening! And by the way, don't forget to like my page. I'm on Facebook, Urban Gardening Mom. I also have a website. I have an Instagram account, and I also have a YouTube account. Okay? Happy gardening again!